The coronavirus pandemic has hit us hard, sending the UK into lockdown. In order to prepare us for a time when the lockdown restrictions are lifted and for the period thereafter, when we will be required to recommence the services we offer to our clients and customers, we need to ensure that we adjust our working practices and our engagements with our customers in light of these extraordinary and difficult times. To make this process as safe as possible, Civear is taking steps to behave responsibly in response to the pandemic by ensuring the safety of customers, clients, the NHS and workers through an EA COVID-19 Safe Working Practices programme, designed to encourage the best safety and prevention practices among our enforcement agents. To recognise symptoms of COVID-19, check for high temperature and notice if you have a new and continuous cough. If you find these symptoms, you need to be in self-isolation by staying at home. EAs must send a message on Edge or via email every morning that they are symptom-free and fit to work. Ensuring health and good hygiene. You can keep yourself safe by following good personal hygiene. Wash your hands for more than 20 seconds. Or use antibacterial gel. Do it regularly. Use a tissue when coughing and dispose of it safely, or use your elbow. Avoid touching your face with your hands throughout the working day. While travelling to work, avoid public transport. Try to travel alone. If unavoidable, follow proper hygiene practices. All shared vehicles should be cleaned inside thoroughly every day, especially the frequently touched areas, such as the keys, steering wheel, gear stick, indicators, controls, and door handles. Always use gloves while refilling vehicles. Make sure to start your day with the following items: identification, face mask, alcohol-based antibacterial wipe and hand rub, antibacterial hand gel, paperwork, disinfectant spray for clamps, bin bag, PDA and PDQ for mobile. Before leaving your vehicle, be prepared with essentials and follow all the practices shown on screen. After exiting the vehicle, always risk assess the situation. A 2-metre social distance must be followed at all times. Don't touch any hard surface. EAs are also not allowed to enter a property, even if invited in. Frequent face-to-face interactions are also discouraged. Knock using the top left of the door, the least touched area. Once the door is open, quickly explain the need of social distance and establish if anyone has symptoms currently. If a customer is not maintaining social distancing, has symptoms, or compromises your personal safety, then terminate the visit and withdraw safely to your vehicle. Until further notice post-lockdown, only contactless payment is allowed via pay links. The customer can make the payment through a custom URL sent using email or SMS. This will have all details pre-filled. The customer has to add their card details to make the payment securely. If a customer is not able to do it, use Customer Not Present on the PDQ to process the payment without contact. Request receipt via email only. Of course, this no-contact policy will require some extra work to record evidence, either by asking the customer to take a picture and send to your customer care department, provide the case reference number for the customer care department from the PDA, or by asking the customer to leave the evidence on the doorstep and step back so that you can take a picture. If the customer is shielding, update the notes and place the case on hold. Withdrawing safely and preparing for the next visit. Take proper precautions when withdrawing from the site. If your equipment has come into contact with any hard surface or anyone. Maintain social distancing at all times. If using gloves, ensure the safe removal of gloves guidance is adhered to. Remove PPE prior to re-entering your vehicle following guidance. Wipe the vehicle and frequently touched internal areas and handles with antibacterial wipes. Wipe camera, PDQ, mobile phone and folder with antibacterial wipes. Dispose of any damaged PPE used in bin bag. If you have had to terminate the visit early due to your personal health being compromised, ensure that you return to your vehicle or home and follow good hygiene and public health guidance. How to prepare for your next visit. Clean all equipment. What happens when you exit your vehicle? Risk assess the situation. People, observation, social distancing. Hard surfaces not to touch. When re-entering your vehicle or returning home, follow good hygiene and public health guidelines. Clean all equipment and follow the same instructions to prepare for your next visit. Once you get home, make sure that there is no cross-contamination. Clean work boots with spray or wipes. Leave them in the vehicle. Work clothing should be removed and washed straight away on a 60-degree wash. Wash your hands, arms and face immediately before coming into contact with others. Reporting an incident. Update case notes and inform your manager. Make sure to monitor your symptoms, such as high temperature and frequent coughs at all times. In case of any danger, use your alert button on your PDA. If you have symptoms, even if it's mild, inform your manager and do not return to work the next day. Follow the self-isolation guidelines unless symptoms worsen. Get in touch with a government-approved COVID-19 body in case of any guidance and help. Self-isolation guidance. Do not leave your home for any reason. If you need food or medicine, order it online or by phone, or ask someone to deliver it to your home. Do not have visitors in your home, including friends and family. Do any exercise at home. You can use your garden if you have one. If you have symptoms of coronavirus, self-isolate for 7 days. After 7 days, if you do not have a high temperature, you can stop self-isolating. If you still have a high temperature, keep self-isolating until your temperature returns to normal. You do not need to keep self-isolating if you just have a cough after 7 days. A cough can last for weeks after the infection has gone. If you live with someone who has symptoms, self-isolate for 14 days from the day their symptoms started. This is because it can take 14 days for symptoms to appear. If more than one person at home has symptoms, self-isolate for 14 days from the day the first person started having symptoms. If you get symptoms while self-isolating, you should self-isolate for 7 days from when your symptoms started, even if it means you're self-isolating for longer than 14 days. If you do not get symptoms while self-isolating, you can stop self-isolating after 14 days. There may be situations where additional safety guidance is needed. These include carrying out a visit at a block of flats, use of gloves, clamping a vehicle, and additional self-isolation guidance. For additional guidance, check with your line manager. Attending a block of flats safely. If the EA attends a property in a block of flats. You may use the lift if you are the only person in the lift and you have sanitized hands before entering. You must sanitize your hands again once outside of the lift. Do not touch your face at any time. If the lift travels up or down and another person gets into the lift, you should step out of the lift. If you are capable of using stairs, this should be considered. If you need to use the handrail, do so. However, you must sanitize your hands before any visit or withdrawing to your vehicle and must not touch your face. Safe PPE use. Gloves. Nitrile gloves should be considered non-sterile. Inspect before use. Gloves are single-use. Gloves should be disposed of into a sealed bin bag. Put gloves on before leaving vehicle. Avoid touching your face. If you touched hard surfaces, gloves may be contaminated. Donning of PPE. PPE should be applied in an order that minimizes the risk of self-contamination. Donning gloves. Clean hands with alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Apply gloves ensuring a good fit. Extend gloves to cover wrists. How to remove gloves safely to avoid contact of the outer surface of the glove. Grasp the outside of glove with the opposite gloved hand. Peel off. Hold the removed glove in the remaining gloved hand. Slide the fingers of the ungloved hand under the remaining glove at the wrist. Peel the remaining glove off over the first glove and discard. Discarding of gloves into a bin bag. Waste must be disposed of in line with company waste disposal policy. What to do if you have to clamp a vehicle. Follow company safe methods of working for clamping vehicles. Apply sanitizing hand rub to hands before putting gloves on inside your vehicle. Don gloves whilst in vehicle. Don face mask once outside of vehicle. Spray clamp with sanitizer when removed from vehicle. If anyone approaches while clamping, maintain 2-meter rule. While removing clamp, follow 2-meter rule. Clean clamp afterwards. Civear is committed to ensuring everyone has a right to be safe and treated fairly by following a safety protocol that keeps all our stakeholders safe.